Hey you. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you. Why aren't you playing The Sims yet in Ranked? Because you really need to be playing The Sims. Especially in Ranked. Yeah, I know The Sims isn't a great destroyer, right? Well, that's at least what conventional wisdom thought. Until this season of Ranked gameplay. And I thought the same thing too. You know, The Sims was the first premium ship that I bought. Tucked it away after the first couple months because it just wasn't panning out. Didn't think of it for a long time. Well, that changed with this current season of Ranked. I tried a bunch of different ships, tried the Scharnhorst, the Belfast, and nothing got it done for me. Then, on a whim because I heard on the grapevine that The Sims was actually doing pretty good, I chose The Sims, and guess what? I went from rank 15 to 10 with only 2 losses, and on those 2 losses, guess what? I kept my star. And it's not because I wasn't doing anything. I mean, I was busting my butt in Ranked. I was out there capping, I was providing smoke. But because it's The Sims, I was able to keep my star. Why does The Sims allow you to keep your star, you say? Well, that's the interesting thing about The Sims. There's a little hidden premium multiplier in there. Yeah, when I say a premium multiplier, you're going to get more XP on The Sims than you are playing another ship. Don't know why, haven't seen the exact facts on it, but I know for certain that The Sims yields a lot more XP than any other ship in this current season of ranked gameplay. Point in case, if you do absolutely nothing except maybe, well, let's just say 5,000 damage. If you do 5,000 damage, in a win, that's almost enough to get you midway up your own team's ladder. Meaning out of 7 ships, you're probably going to place around 4th or 5th on the leaderboard. Crazy, I know. It's a blasphemy. Just doesn't make sense, does it? No, I didn't think so either. Here's the thing about The Sims. If you cap at least 1 cap, you're probably gonna come in first place on your team. If you win, and even if you lose. If you cap 2 points, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. You are going to be at the top of the leaderboard. That's the beauty of The Sims this season of Ranked, and that's what people are slowly finding out. So I'm telling you right now, if you have a Sims, if you got a Sims just languishing, just wasting away, just doing absolutely nothing in your port, please pull her out, dust her off, and plop her in ranked gameplay. And yes, I just said plop, as odd as that is. But The Sims is suited to ranked gameplay. Now, you know, I mentioned there's a premium multiplier. That's not the only reason The Sims is good. The Sims is just very well suited to rank in general. Mainly because it's just so damn maneuverable. I mean, the thing can turn on a dime. Is one of the most maneuverable ships in the game. That helps it when you're trying to dodge 30 to 50 something odd Shiratsuyu torpedoes. Yeah, I know it doesn't fire that many, but still it feels like that, doesn't it? It feels like a Kitakami out there almost. But The Sims is very well suited to dodging torpedoes, dodging fire. Your WASD hacks are just great with this ship. So yeah, The Sims, man. Not only the maneuverability, let's just talk about it in general. Alright, so it's guns. Yeah, its guns might not be the best against enemy ships, but against destroyers, they're going to be more than enough to get the job done. If you're in a knife fight, unless you're up against a Błyskawica or another Sims, you're probably going to be okay. Even against a Mahan, you're going to be okay. You're going to do good. If you're a competent DD driver, you're going to do fine. The guns are good. The turrets move insanely fast. You know this, though, if you have a Sims, and if you don't, you've probably seen it. You've probably seen it by now in this video. These turrets are lightning quick. That helps. I will admit that helps, but not as much as other things. Now, let's move on to the torpedoes, because the torpedoes are a big point of contention. Your torpedoes are not strong. They are very weak. They're not good torpedoes, I'm not going to lie. And if you have a speed boost going, you're almost as fast as your own torpedoes are. So if you feel like you're catching up to your torpedoes, no, you're insane. You're not catching up to them, but you're almost keeping pace with them. You're almost keeping pace with your own torpedoes. Those torpedoes are slow, and expect 6,000, maybe 7,000 damage when they land a hit. So how do you use these torpedoes? What are they there for if they're not that good, if they suck? Well, with the Sims, what I like to do is area denial. You know, I'll just prop up in a cap and I'll just fire torps. I'll just spam it because your reload on these torps is actually pretty good. Nothing to sniff at, nothing to complain about. Your torps reload fast. So, as long as they keep on coming, keep on firing them. Keep firing those wide spreads. I know people don't like wide spreads out there. They say that's the mark of a noob, but I say nay. Wide spreads are fine. There's a time for them, and this time is here in this ranked gameplay. Because what you're doing is you're not trying to kill these ships. Yeah, obviously that'd be nice. You want to sink them, but you're just trying to deny the sea space to them. You want to scare them. You want them to think twice about entering the cap that you in your Sims, with also good concealment, has decided to set up shop in. So just keep firing those torps. Scare those ships away, unless it's a Belfast. If it's a Belfast, make sure you stay outside of that 10-kilometer range. You don't want any part of a Belfast. I'm being honest here. Just don't be the hero. If the cap is hot, pull out. Get out of there. Live to fight another day. But if you're firing wide spreads, if you just keep spamming your torps, you're going to get hits. You're going to get torpedo hits. And those torpedo hits are going to add to your XP, and they're going to propel you to the top. So, that's the cool thing about the Sims. I'm going to say, you know, play aggressively. You want to play to damage other ships, but you don't have to. The Sims is almost a support destroyer. You're not out there to get devastating strikes. You're out there for area denial. You're out there to scare the other ships. If they don't know what you are or who you are, just keep slinging HE at them, you know? You'll get a fire eventually on that Scharnhorst or that Gneisenau or that Colorado, and that's enough for them to turn away from the cap you're in. That's enough to tell them that, hey, you don't want to come in here. You don't want to mess with me. You don't want to mess with my honey badger of a ship right here that used to suck until I discovered that this thing is probably going to carry me to rank 1. And a lot of other people have found that out right now. So, yeah, the Sims, just plug away with that HE. And if you've got a 15, 16, 17 point captain with advanced fire training and your concealment and everything else, you can fire concealed perfectly fine outside of 11, 12 kilometers and not even be spotted. That's the other beauty of the Sims. Is it as good as the Błyskawica? Absolutely not. But I've seen just as few Błyskawicas out there as I have Sims. And the majority of the Sims I see are probably from people like me that bought them back during CBT, realized that, hey, this ship's not that great, and just kind of put it in port and ignored it for a long, long time. I'm going to tell you right now, this ship is ranked gold. If you have it, even if you have a Belfast, go with the Sims over the Belfast. Again, because that unannounced, unknown premium modifier that may or may not exist, but I'm pretty certain it does, because I can do absolutely nothing in a round and still not wind up in the exact bottom of the leaderboard. Not saying I've done that. I always pull my weight when I can. Sometimes I make mistakes. We all do. We all wind up getting sunk first. But the majority of the time, if you score a couple of torpedo hits, if you get some good HE hits in there and maybe a fire or two, and if you cap or defend cap, you're going to wind up at the top of the leaderboard. And that's why people are calling the Sims this season USS Keep a Star. So, again, pull your Sims out, play with your Sims, don't play aggressively, play somewhat passively, provide smoke for your team, stick in the back, just fire torps, deny the enemy the sea space, deny them the ability to get in that cap by spamming those torpedoes, those slow as molasses torpedoes, and that is the key for you to get to ranked 1. If you have the time and the patience, you can get there with the Sims. I guarantee you're going to get there a lot faster than you would with any other ship, because those losses that are inevitable, you're most likely going to keep your stars in those losses if you're a competent or halfway decent DD player. So, there you have it, The Sims. Maybe underrated, I don't know, but it is the hidden gem of this season of ranked gameplay. So get in that Sims, get out there, and start ranking up, because this is the ship for you this season, if you've got it. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'm loaded up on Hop Slam and Maine Brewing Company Lunch. Great beers if you have a chance to grab them or check them out. Hop Slam comes out in February. You might have missed the boat this year, but if you love IPAs, both these beers are definitely going to wet your whistle. Awesome beers. And anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later. I'm out.